Hello there.
Hey,
So sorry to hear about your dad, dude.
it's alright, man. It's gonna need a lot of help after this.
Yep, but it can come back.
Yeah, just takes time.
That it does. That it does.
However, he's gotta start wearing a sleep apnea machine, possibly.
Okay.
And he, may refuse to do so
Oh, shit.
because it may be too uncomfortable for him to actually sleep. But then again, if he's actually breathing, he might actually fall asleep.
True.
I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, but
Yeah, either way, it really sucks. Because right now, he's not necessarily capable of talking.
mm-hmm.
He's not really capable of using his body, and they're still trying to figure out stuff. But we'll know hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, hopefully as they do
So,
the tests and stuff, it'll all come together. Hello there.
yeah.
Swear to God, I'm gonna kill these mutant tree spirits.
How do you guys cook and do alchemy? It is one of the most boring things I've ever done
You
in a game.
walk away from it for the time that you put
Here's how I
into.
here's how I do alchemy. You ready?
Okay.
I get up to the cook station. I make sure I have all my buffs because I can't tell you how many times I've gotten up there and I don't have my
And
buffs. And I make sure that my little fucking auto use is in use. Okay. I then
Okay.
check my fucking accessories because I have done very expensive alchemy runs and not had my accessories on.
no,
So I
same.
make
Okay.
sure I make sure I have all my shit on. Then I check my crystals to make sure I'm not using my DPS crystals, which I have
Okay.
done before. So make sure we have our
Mm-hmm.
EXP crystals. Then I set up and make sure I have the proper materials based off of my spreadsheet for what I'm trying to do. Then I set a timer for 56 minutes and I send Black Desert to Trey and do something fucking else. That's how you do alchemy.
Like me, I'm once I go start to do my alchemy run, I'm gonna go outside and go fuck with shit that I need to go mess with outside.
I mean, it is
And
boring.
balance.
I get what I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I.
Well, it's a means to an end. We'll just say
Yeah.
that.
Let me put it this way.
It's
When I do alchemy, I make more than anybody is grinding in the game possible.
True.
And right now, I'm really making more than anybody is in the
oh,
game.
Mm-hmm.
Because now that the price is skyrocketing, I'll make more money than that. So,
I just wonder if people will start canceling their orders. Clinical note is available for my daddy. Okay. Too bad I have no access to their medical information, so I can't really see what's going on. I just know things are happening.
Yeah.
Bluffer mushroom. What in the actual bluff? Oh, I got actual hyphas. Okay, we're good. Well, I just am finishing up a fur run. I did Hour of the Snow
field cedar.
Cedar. Tried to do the Thuja and the Cedar, but the Cedar takes over the Thuja. I'd have to find other spots.
Nope. You don't.
Along with that one.
No, you don't.
Because I
So
barely get anything from that spot.
so that spot has to be done.
Really
You need to do roughly 2 to 3 cedar runs per gathering session. If you do the route that I showed on stream, you will, after the 3 runs, you'll have enough thuja to do your run. You're not going to get it in one shot. It gets built up over a few.
That's what I figured.
So
I pretty much hit every tree. Because I just needed everything anyway, except for pine. And maple. Right now I'm just at the first spot collecting fur, and then it'll be the ash spot. I don't know what else to collect from there, but it's gonna be fucking fox blood. Or something. I'm sure it's gonna be fox blood, because I don't have any of that.
What to buy? Windows, academies, 11:11. Okay, I got way so much time to do that.
I got 17 minutes left on this piece of shit. We need the ancient mushrooms too.
mm-hmm.
Is there a hypha of that one?
Yes. You buy. Yes, there's a hypha for the ancient. There is a hypha for the bluffer. There's a hypha for the hump. And, I mean, there's a hypha for every single one. The ones you vendor are ghost mushrooms, emperor mushrooms, tiger mushrooms, sky mushrooms, cloud mushroom.
You have to buy those, all of those.
Yes, arrow. It's whatever the mushroom vendor sells. You buy all of those, and then you grow the ones you can't.
Damn. Yeah, my Aunt Rain was happy about that because she was like, "Holy shit! All of these basically require mushrooms." And guess what? I got a lot of them. I was like, "Oh, nice! I'm glad all those mushrooms you've been collecting are now going to use." I was like, "Yep, it's just a chain of potion after potion. Then you finally get the potion." She, of course, wants to use some for herself and then sell some too.
Makes sense.
She's like, "Well, at that point, I mean, it might as well not miss out." I was like, "Yep." As long as you're not having to buy much and you're just using what you have, you'd be alright. I am how much
Okay.
fucking cappers I've gotten today. And I can't do nothing with them. Except for wonder why. Even the sky mushroom?
Yes.
Damn.
The sky can be bought, I think.
Oh.
Let me look. Oh, what can be bought? All right,
I
you can
mean-
buy Fortune, Arrow, Dwarf, Cloud, Sky, Tiger, Emperor, Ghost.
Better to buy that ghost anyway.
Yes, you buy what you can buy. Don't fucking gather it, unless your workers can gather it for you easily. Which there's not too many nodes that you can just get gathered easily.
No.
They require a little bit of effort to get out to.
Tet Manos. Holy snow.
Somebody's actually enhancing that shit.
No way. Holy crap, they're doing the processing one. Count your blessings and count your stars, Nightingale. The world is turned over on its head.
Oh my god.
I did get a one tap to Tet on my gatherer's clothes.
You shut the front
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
I want to hear your
I
damn
hate-
successes, you rotten.
I hit try and Tet with one tap.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
about
it was
to
a
get
bit-
banned. I don't want to hear it. I've done heard it all too much now, and my dreams are soiled. Thanks.
Are you sure that's the only thing that's soiled?
Sorry.
No, my heart and soul.
And your underwear?
Right, if I was wearing any.
Well, shit.
Damn. I mean, I'm not wearing any yet either, so yeah.
God, am I
That's
like the only
wrong,
one who doesn't
sir,
run
that's
around commando?
wrong. Mine just feel like air.
Okay, so mining the meats, wood cooking. I guess this is cooking.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's cooking. Yeah, I'm starting to organize my my storages.
Nice.
Because I have one for cooking, wood, mining, and meats.
Cooking will have the meats. You're gonna need a storage for everything processing. So anything that you'll, I'll show you in just a second. Actually, this will make more sense to show you on stream. I'm trying to redo the spreadsheet for everybody since it seems like everyone needs the spreadsheet. I'm trying to make a 2.0 version of this thing real quick.
Gotcha. God damn it. Ooh.
All right.
I never thought about my ideal type of man. Are you interested in me?
Check out the outer plane chat. All right, give me just a second. Let's see what's up. Nice, you got an 18 speed roll. A pretty decent crit damage as well. It's a good piece overall. Nice rolls. I'm doing good. Trying to get this sheet done for everybody since we're basically over in crisis mode on BDO. Yeah, somebody yesterday decided it was a fun idea to go through and buy out the entire Harmony Draught market, which is required for people to grind in the game, and as a protest of a class getting nerfed is what we hear. So, I'm putting together my spreadsheet that I'm about to hand out privately again. Yeah. Because it sounds like it's childish, is what it sounds like. So I don't really have an answer on that one. I wish I did, but there is no real good answer for this. Do you think RTA will get better? Because, not gonna lie, it feels more like PvE done PvE, PvP, rolling gear for. So, no, I don't think it's gonna get any better because it was... Outer Plane was never made to be a PvP game. They only changed that as a pivot in order to try to save the game. Initially, Outer Plane was a PvE-only game where you go through and have a bunch of different, game modes and stuff that you go and play for, and the gear is specifically for beating the different contents. They ended up trying to shoe fit that in because originally they said the game didn't work right, it didn't play right, the game was never designed to be epic, to be a epic RTA type game. So it was an afterthought and something they just threw in to make a goal and a promise to say, hey, at least we tried, here it is, deal with it, this is what it is. Yeah, no, I mean, it's... I can actually... Let me pull up the quick numbers. Let's see. Revenue... Let me check the gacha revenue for August, and let's see how they performed. Outer Plane, it made $290,000 last month. Only 21,000 downloads over the last 2 months.
Doesn't sound good.
No, it's on the low. It is on the lower end. But they've been averaging since October about 41,000 downloads. And they had this massive spike in May of 209,000 downloads. And then immediately the month after, it's back to 21,000. Their revenue was averaging about 260,000 to 300,000 from October to April. Then it had that big spike in May, and then it dropped to 400 and then 290,000 for that. When we last did the rough math on it, they're at about break even. They're at about break even, making a slight profit. They can run the game at about $180,000 to $160,000 a month. So as long as they are above 150,000, because some of that money was calculated in as emergency funds. As long as they stay over like $150,000, it's gonna stay up and running. But as far as other games, no, it's never been massively popular, nor up to, like, it never even got as popular as Epic 7. Smilegate absolutely ruined the game and drove it into the ground in that aspect. They didn't promote it, they didn't do anything like that, so it's never going to pump. But are people playing it still? Yes. Do people still have fun with it? Yes. But is it going to be the next big gacha game? No, it will never get that. It will end up dying and EOSing long before that. Honestly, we're shocked it's even still alive. Like, we really, like, a lot of us are. It's kind of that thing of, wait, really? So...
much foxes.
All right.
Damn it. Tap in for fuck you.
And then
Ever thought I'm the one taking care of you? You're like a naughty child to take care of.
Could you imagine there being a Harmony Draw event next week?
Pff.
I know
Uh,
it sounds fucked up, but that's what was in the KR. Like a daily login reward for
it
Danya.
would put a dent in it. You're talking
I know, no.
200,000 pre-orders.
I know, but I mean, like, and it only is given like it's not given enough. Like, you need like a couple days to build up 4 of them or something. It's like, yep, that's cute. Yep, yep. We need those. Yep, yep. It really help with a twisted smile and a thumbs up. Yeah, it's stupid. That's all I gotta say about that.
Okay. All right. I think this is.
I gotta go grab lizard blood, I'm sure, huh?
Yes.
Or something. Why does that not surprise me?
Because you need that for the legendary beast's blood.
Yeah, I got a ton of that actually made, but probably not enough.
All right. I am going to share screen. Let me pull this out.
Share screen.
Share screen. Okay. I'm gonna have y'all look over this real quick and tell me what you think, and then I'm gonna go start gathering. Okay, so I have cleaned out some of the what I will say is junk in this to make sure that just like random notes and shit like that are gone that I didn't really want in this. So this is the 2.0 sheet, so you're going to get a brand new link for this that I'm going to hand out. This is now focused around making the Harmony Draught. So this isn't my alchemy sheet. This is mostly around making the Harmony Draught. So, the idea here is this is your calculator for how many you need to make whatever it is. You know, if you need to make, you know, X amount of whatever. I do these in batches of 5,000s because I cook these on Supreme stations. But these can just be whatever cooking stations you have. And that's why they are queued up in 5,000s, just to show as a demonstration. The EXPs are piss on it, just so you can see there. All right. Does this update if I say like 25,000? Yeah, it does. It tells you how many stations you're actually using right there. As well, which is kind of cool because it's set up for 5,000s. All right, so tier 1 bloods, I've done a little bit of cleaning up. They are not in order as they are on the sheet, or as they show up in your inventory, but they are in order right here. So what I've done is just try to make it a little bit cleaner. What you end up needing to fill out is the owned channels. This is auto updated, so if you have you know, 34,000 center's blood, it'll update and it'll tell you what you need. The average craft is what would actually go up in here, because this is set up to be on the 3.2 crafting guide. So this will tell you the average crafts for needing to make what you're looking for on average. But again, it's just a rough average, because if you do low proc, it'll low proc. If it's the upper proc, you'll get more. But it gives you a rough idea. Every 3,000 is an alchemy station, basically. So just, if it's like in this case, you see 3.6, this means I need to do 2 alchemy stations of clown blood, is the way I would treat this. I would rather do a full run and have the extra stock than to slightly rip a station. I want it full burnt when I use it. And then this is just data that gets thrown into other things. And then down here is the troll blood, deer blood, all the bloods you would be adding in as well. This is what you own. So this is what's in your storages right now. And then it'll tell you how much you need over here. You click over to the oils. I've now got it to where it's just the oils for the that you'll use for making harmony draughts. And I kept the oil of immortality here because this is something you would technically make. It's all queued up in 3,000s because I do this in batches of 3,000. So again, everything here is based off of feeding a list prior. This is updating how much Tyrant's blood you need. So if you end up saying you need, you know, let's say you need just something so it's big and it can be seen. Let's say you need 100,000 oils of storm. You click back on your bloods, and all of a sudden you see that you need, you're going to need a total of 97,000 more Tyrant's blood to do this run, which is 30,000 crafts. So it updates and lets you know what you're doing based on that. As for over here, you just need to fill out the oils you own. It'll tell you how many you need and the average crafts. I always do at least one station. It's 3,000 fruits per station. It's very easy because it's 1-to-1-to-1 materials in it. So this is all done to just show you the average craft that you need, so you don't have to guess how many crafts you're going to need to get your oils of storm. Also, hello there. Tier 3 alchemy. This is probably where most people are going to want it cleaned up, maybe more. But the color codes are kind of there for me, and it can be changed for you on your end. So I do have it marked. If it was in a guru box, I did have it marked. Not that this is really important, but at the time when I was making it, it was about marking what was like guru boxes, master boxes, and shit like that. EXPs I have cleaned up at the time to show these bright ass pink boxes are to show low EXPs, meaning you don't have to worry about grinding these out on EXP buffs. So if you're gonna be crafting shit just a contribution grind, you'd be doing it on these pink ones, because these you can put 4,000% EXP into this and they're not going to produce a ton of EXP. So it's more of just to draw my attention to where my very low elixirs are, so that I'm not over, trying to throw all these in during really big buffs, because it really doesn't matter. Everything is marked. Everything that's Trace of Nature is always marked the same. My saps are actually matching they're color coded to match the sap calculators on the far right of my page. And it's also, the mushrooms are color coordinated as well, and are completely updated right now for sure to be what they are. So if I'm using specials, the calculations on specials. If I'm using normals, the calculations on normals. But the information's there as well as what you need. I've also still got the human, the demi-human, and the Adanya, the Griffin's elixirs. They're all there for what you're doing. Tier 4s, I've highlighted which two are the lowest EXPs. So if you're gonna be like giga buffing, You want to avoid using these 2 on your big buffs because the biggest buffs are everything else. These are somehow 920 EXP per ticks, so those are just to bring a warning to those. Again, everything here is color-coded in terms of all the traces of nature. The mushrooms are color-coded to the side, and also just letting you know what was Imperial boxes at the time. That was important for me then. That can technically be deleted. Now, this is the sheet that actually gets used the most, is the tier 4 calculator, because the tier 4 calculator, or the tier 4 alchemy page, is what calculates the rest of this shit, as far as saps and mushrooms go. So this is the only one that you actually update in the need-own category. So for traces, you'll update what you own, what is owned here, and it'll update how much you need out of your project total. You'll update your saps and what you have in your storages, and it'll tell you how much you need. Then the mushrooms do the exact same thing. I've also noted which ones are farm, but if we need to draw attention to farming a little bit more, we can, you know, kind of pop these out, make them stand out just a little bit more so that they... so that you can see that these are the ones that I actually have to farm, and farm means the plot farming life skill. And then truffles down here is the same thing. I don't have this as farm because this is technically gatherable, and you can gather more than you can farm in an hour. So I don't classify that as farming, but you could technically count this as farming. Tier 5 I'm going to leave in because it's just information, but it also has the envy and the tenacity calculator here so that you can make those. And then some of the old draughts, in case you do want to get into them, they are there. But I'm not going to remove it just because it is knowledge and this kind of can help out. Now, the Harmony Draught tab is a new tab that I've made. I've cleaned it up. I've taken out all the calculator shit because that's not really important. But it shows you what each draught is. It shows you what the Fury Draught is, the Adaptation, the Potential, the Corruption, and the Berserk Draughts. These are all color-coded, so they all do reference everything else in the thing. Then you combine the 5 draughts all together. You'll combine the Fury, Adaptation, Potential, Corruption, and Berserk. They will create the Harmony Draught. Once you have the Harmony Draught, then in order to make your humans, you know, it'd help if I could spell harmony, right?
I mean, spelling is a plus.
Yes, spelling is definitely a plus. This is what I get for copy and pasting cells and not reading it. So, this is how you craft them. You need to make the human one, you need a Harmony Draught, the Elixir of Human Hunt, both blue or green, doesn't matter. Elixir of Will, blue or green, does not matter. Spellbound Catalyst. In order to craft 10 in a row, you'll want to use the Illabab's Essence, which is, will make it do 10x crafts, or else you're crafting one at a time. But, so that is there. Now, the thing that you'll probably use the most out of the sheet when prepping is the to-do list, and I've cleaned this up just a little bit so that it looks more, uniformed. You can come back in, and if you want to color code your bloods or whatever so that each line has its own different color, you can do that. But it's based off of my gathering averages that I've done over many gathers, so it gives you the rough idea. It is not perfect science, but it'll give you the rough amount that you need to go out and gather. And so when it says rounds needed, it means how many full trips it'll take you based off of my energy to go do it. Your energy will depend differently, but at 500 plus energy, is what I'll put. This is what you'll roughly end up having to gather in order to do that. You can change these numbers and it'll auto-update. The average gather is what is calculated off of this. So it'll tell you how many gathers you need to go. It shows you your shrooms, which is what you would need to farm up. Truffles here, obviously what you would need to go gather. It's got a note here to buy these mushrooms from the mushroom vendor. You buy those. Then your saps are here, and it tells you how many rounds you need to go gather. Again, based off of my gathering sessions, it gives you the rough idea of what you'll need. And then the bear does the same thing. It'll tell you roughly how much wild grass you need, but I haven't updated this. This is just to tell you, because was just, hey, you need to go gather wild grass, is all that was there for. Material list was something I was originally going to do something else with. I'm going to leave it in the sheet, because I was going to eventually do some crazy fucking number shit with it, but I decided to not do it. But I've left it there. Miscellaneous alchemy, I can probably delete this thing because nobody's really going to ever do this, but I'm going to leave it here and let y'all be the decide if you want to delete this tab or not. Alchemy crafting profit was if you want to see how much you're actually making per alchemy station, and you can see my runs right here on 5,000 durability. I was making a decent bit of money on my 3,000 stations, based off of the market prices at the time. This page could be deleted. My temp sheet was just me showing me getting the averages of stuff and how much I was getting. And the cedar test was showing every time I went out gathering, what was I roughly getting to see what my averages were. And it was kind of showing consistently the same thing. These could all technically be deleted. Basically, you only need from the to-do list outward. So how does it technically look? Does that look a little bit cleaner for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me
Yeah.
do this. So let's create a share. Anyone with link. Done. And now this will be handed out in private. So you can make a new copy. You can make a new copy. Yuki, I will let you into the secret club as well.
Yes.
Kaylee gets the secret new sheet, and Serenthea gets the new sheet. There, y'all have all been let into the new club.
Thank you.
And where is Austin? I don't think he needs it. Okay. So, there. We have made the new sheet updated. So I'll go ahead and close that out. But this is the 2.0 sheet specifically designed around just the Harmony Draughts. So.
Okay.
I never leave this storage.
So for you specifically, Yuki, what you would do is for you to level, since the way you would go about it, you would take it from its design was designed originally to be like a alchemy starter sheet. Okay? This was like the cheat sheet so that you could go find out what all you needed. And it would reverse engineer some of the stuff that we did. But how you would go about it is, okay, so I'm wanting to level alchemy. Well, you're going to need your tier 0 alchemy. To get started, everything's going to go off of this. You're going to use a clear liquid reagent, a pure powder reagent on most everything you're doing. So what this allows you to do is just, you can see what your sheet needs. It tells you how much you're going to end up being, or how much is going to be crafted. And it will auto-update this to show what is being burned on the overall grind, and then it will give you down here how much is owned, and this will tell you how many crafts you have left to achieve those numbers. Tier 1 alchemy is the next step. This is the alchemy that you're going to start using to get into the master levels and stuff like that easier, because this is good EXP, mostly easy to farm, grind up stuff, so that allows you to use this sheet a little bit more. Tier 2 alchemy is now where you're getting into the expensive stuff that is needed for the tier 4 alchemy. But this is where most people power level is in here because it was very easy stuff to get. You could get a bunch of fruits in nature very easily, and then because it was just the powders and everything goes 1 to 1 to 1 here, allows you to really get a great EXP for 1400 EXP per craft. This is a great power leveler if you just want to sit and just rip EXP. But it's also needed for the later steps of alchemy. Now, tier 3 alchemy is where we actually start crafting elixirs, and at this point, the purple ones are basically, or the pink ones were your contribution builders. Everything else was, you know, just because we need it stuff, or for the elixir. And then I've also given some secondary alt bloods. If you happen to have it, it could be done. But my system's designed around a much... my system is very focused and very min-maxed, so that you're not pissing off just because the blood exists. You can go get it. It's meant to be done this way for a reason, because it's the most efficient use of your time. Tier 4 alchemy is the highest end experience you can get in grinding outside of the perfumes of courage. Those are impossible to grind, so this makes this the actual highest elixirs you can grind. Tier 4 alchemy is something you want to wait till you pop your big buffs for if you're going to be doing anything. So if you're going to be using like EXP scrolls, a cake, or anything stupid like that, make sure it's on this shit, because this is going to be the most value per craft. But it's also the most pain in the dick per craft, because the Trace of Nature grind is real and it's expensive. But when this rips, this is also going to burn a chunk of saps in this as well. Tier 5 was just the draughts and all the extra high stuff. This doesn't necessarily have to be high-end EXP stuff, but it was just, it's here because this is the step beyond the elixirs, because these are more rare and pain-in-the-ass materials to use. So it was meant to be like a progression guide of getting you through alchemy.
Okay.
Which
Makes sense.
unfortunately it also doubles as a progression guide to
Yep.
make harmonies.
This drought is
Yeah.
so dumb. Streak, streak, streak. Hell yeah. You're on a 40 watch streak. That's fucking wild.
So, Simple Crown Mill has passed a mill now.
That is wild.
So it goes above a mil. Beautiful.
Okay, let's go hop on the Drac and start doing our...
Yeah, and the Adania post and the Adania drought is at 49.9.
It's hanging on by a thread. It wants to roll over. Well, that's pretty cool. It VIPs you if you hit the 40 watch streak. That's actually really neat. That's actually pretty cool. I like that.
Now I need to configure my Valencia for Powder of Flames and the Valencia Mill.
The draughts though are gonna be a exercise for sure. It's about 20 hours of gathering on average. Your contribution's gonna fly through the roof.
Did you miss me? If not,
I have a question.
Okay.
Do you remember how many CP is to connect Valencia to Yogjo Street?
The raw contribution?
Yeah.
Just in the link if you're just to run the link from Valencia City to Yokjo. I want to say it's in the 20s or 25. Because the link slightly changed. Because we were going overland originally, but now we come up through the harbor, connect at the islands, and come back through Shakatu. So it's slightly changed because I'm now saving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 contribution to do what I'm doing in 1, 2, really 1, 2, 3, 4. So then it runs down through here. Mine's also min-maxed because it goes through the gathering route as well. Because it's not a direct line to get up in there. But it's the cheapest run for actually how to hook up the system. Which is, we come out of Altanova, then we go, up through, of course, I'm going through Kusha because of how I'm getting the Acacia and the, Omar Lava Cave. And then we come down through here into Castle Ruins. We go up through Heidel into Valia, and then from Valia, I'd make my jump across the ocean, which is the tightest route possible. Well, my cities aren't necessarily connected, but they are connected by whatever ends up connecting them naturally. Which I have links that connect up naturally just due to where they hook up. So, okay, let's grab my accessories.
So mine will cost way less. And I have to sail because I had to fucking sail to connect the nodes to
Of course.
the islands.
That's the suck part. When you're doing that.
Anyways,
on
back to work.
essay,
All right, take care, Kaylee. All right, let's go ash grind. All right, we're gonna turn that on. Let's go ahead and put that over here so we can see the Agris drain. If you want to see why Drac is OP for gathering, this is why.
So the benches is one per bench and one type of bench on the type of the crate you make, right? One worker, one type of crate
Correct.
per bench.
So the only one that could technically be 2 types is the herb worker. But honestly, you're gonna want to just min-max it to this is just herbs, just mushrooms, and let like Altanova do produce. Like you could technically put the produce and the herb, the crop crate on the same one, but they because they're technically the same workbench, but the odds of you wanting to min-max and spread it out is less. I would rather just do that in Altanova. And let my workers only have to worry about that one type of material there. So it's only having to worry about Silver Azaleas. It's only having to worry about the Emperor Mushrooms. That's where I just try to keep it simple at that point.
Okay, guys, I have to go. Dinner's ready.
Alrighty.
We'll have a fantastic day.
Alright, we'll see you
See ya.
later.
Now, which way I start to go for my to increase my workers? That's the thing.
If you just want to get your workers leveled up, do the mushroom and the
No, it's
Get more.
the contribution to actually select where the house is going, where the bench.
Hold on. Say that again. Let me see if I can process what we're trying to do here.
So, Valencia, I'm starting from 0. I have
Yep.
nothing.
Okay.
So I'm choosing which houses I need to start going to get. I need 2 benches and just in the workers to go around.
Okay.
Workers for the zones, not the nodes outside of Valencia.
Okay.
Because I need the powder flames and the Valencia mills. For the
Okay.
stuff for the Valencia mill. So I need the workers for that and 2 workers for 2 benches.
Right. So the best way to go about that is to just find the cheapest bench inside of Valencia, for each one. Many of these are going to be on 1s and 2s. Try not to overlap. Try not to overlap any of the lodging if you can. And you can even go outside. So if you have Valencia Plantation, you can actually get a mineral bench, a wood bench, and a mushroom bench all in that one, and you don't even have to go into the city if you have that node up, if you're just not wanting to pay attention to it. But the fastest nodes are actually at the core of the city, so any of the nodes that are in here will be the fastest workload nodes because they release from right around the worker manager. So any of the nodes in here that are herb and benches are just, you want to get them from right in here is the best case. And if they're out here, it doesn't really matter. Just try to avoid buying anything that is 3 or 4 contribution in the start, because that is the more expensive shit you have to deal with at the end if you try to go suicidal like I did.
Nightingale said, "Them's beginner numbers."
Mm-hmm.
You gotta quit thinking locally and start thinking globally.
instead of fucking with all that shit.
Guess I'll roll over to the hospital here in a second.
Yeah.
Kyle just got up, so might as well. Yeah, I've been gathering for more than a couple hours now. Must be hour number 5 right here. After 16 minutes. All on one character just 'cause of Herbo Mellow and a few energy potions.
That's fucking wild.
It's too much energy gain half the time, but I was keeping it, like, keeping up with it, so it was like, okay. I guess I'll just keep burning. Made sure to try to switch to a different, entirely different thing. Oh yeah, I was about to say, that's how you, yeah, it's a big, yeah. It's a big sag if you try to go anywhere else. You could, it just may not be worth it. I've collected enough damn fox blood by now. Probably not. Oh, I got another. I'm up to 10K right now.
No, they won't. It's an artificial issue. As soon as the people back off of what they're trying to do, they will release it, and it's gonna flood the market. It's just a pump and dump scheme. Get it to max price, and then dump it. That's all it is. As soon as it hits max price, they will absolutely drop every dime of it.
Yeah, and the only way to stop that is by people canceling their orders.
Yep.
Not that I want you to lose money, but that'd be the only counter to that. And let the crafters regroup it up.
In 3 weeks, this will all go away.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Because here's what's going to happen. One, the price is going to stay continuously barren and constantly rising until it hits max price. Two, once it hits max price, everybody who's been holding will dump at that moment. They will go in and they'll unload it all, where they'll be zeroing out the pre-orders as fast as they can. Now, the people who get in on that initial burst is going to make a lot of money. Now, after that, the price will still stay up there because it's going to take a moment for the demand to get pulled from that. People are going to be panic buying because there's going to be stock sitting on the market. Then, all of a sudden, you're going to have more supply than demand, which is 3. At that point, you're going to start seeing the price plummet. Now, because everybody and their mother who's been buying to sell, that's been holding on to it, that just realized it was at max price, are now going to be panic selling, undercutting people. And it does not take much to undercut somebody. They are going to be posting it at the 1,000 per time. Now, keep in mind, 1,000 elixirs is not normally what we go through quickly.
No.
To sell 1,000 elixirs in an hour is quite an achievement, and you need to do it and not have everybody and their mother trying to sell 1,000 at a time. Because what you're going to end up having is, by the first 10 people do it, you're going to have half the thing almost at the min list price of the market. And then they're going to be selling in that lower bracket, which is going to push the market down. Now, every time it drops, you're going to have the guy that's going to go up. He's going to list his 1,000 at the top. Then you're going to have the guy list the next another 1,000. You're going to have these guys keep listing 1,000. And they're going to end up min listing this entire thing. We will hit min list of Harmony drops, which is going to cause people to stop crafting them. Because now, they're going to be so cheap, why would I want to sell them here? Because now they're 10 million cheaper than I was originally selling them for. So why would I ever want to sell? I wouldn't. So I'm going to be holding off, waiting for it to go. So now you got to drain out all these people who are desperate enough to get their money back. So now you're at the absolute bottom of the market, which is either 14.5 or 16 mil. I can't remember which one it is the actual bottom of the Harmony Draughts. But it's going to hit there, and then it's going to stabilize as that wave of panic selling drains out. We'll slowly bring the price back up, and then you'll end up stabilizing back where it was, around 25 to 27 million per draught.
At least
So-
on our server, right?
That's probably going to be most servers that are doing it in this capacity. The ones that just don't do life skilling may never recover one way or the other. But as far as like North America, EU, South America, all these will recover within the month. They will recover from the pump. Well, now the dump is the next issue. So this is where, if you have knowledge of stock markets and how that works, you can kind of see the writing on the wall here. The difference is we don't have volatility halts, which would be the one thing that would save you from a pump or a dump. Because a volatility halt is a special halt that gets issued on the stock exchanges that is basically a you've gone up too fast too quickly, you've gained so much percent within so many minutes, and the price hasn't adjusted. So what it is then it'll put a 5-minute halt on it where it can't be sold, it can't be bought just for things to calm down. And then the halt resumes, and normally, if it's a kind of a bad stock and it was just getting pumped, it'll normally dump immediately after that, and it'll drop. It'll halt a time or two down, which those are terrible, because at that point, you're just watching the ticker tick down, and there's not a damn thing you can do as people are setting up their sell orders, and you're just seeing the price plummet, and you're just going, this is gonna fucking suck. And then whenever it hits that, you might get some buying, you might get some selling, it might rip back up a little bit, or you might get cooked. But they don't have a volatility halt in here to stop all selling of anything, to prevent, you know, rips like that, because it doesn't really work like a stock here. It's not like we could technically, let's say if it really existed, we would have been able to push that up to 50-60 mil in that initial burst when they did that 2-hour burst yesterday. Would have caused the dramatic increase of price till it just hit the ceiling. They don't have that here. It is kind of got its volatility halts of it will eventually raise you know, the price. It kind of exists, but it kind of doesn't.
Right.
Is that a tier 7?
We're not technically buying the future of this price here. We're buying the now price. That's the real key difference.
I'd like to buy some call puts on the price, please, at 50 mil a pop. Because I know when it's gonna drop, I want to short the fuck out of it, and I want to make a shit ton of money. I mean, what?
I was about to say, don't feel bad. X Fury, I can't grind either because of it. I mean, I can. I have like 6 hours left, but it's not. I could burn that in a day, damn it.
Well, that's why you have access to me. I'll help you all out as best as I can, make the process as easy as possible. You don't have to do big numbers.
And hopefully with enough people doing it, they'll maybe come up with the other random stuff that are on the board of shit to be crafted, and maybe you can buy some.
The hardest one for y'all is going to be the detection elixirs. That is probably the most brutal one for anybody starting out because of the truffle grind.
Yeah, the truffles are bad.
I'm curious when I get around to it if that truffle mushroom is sitting where, because there's a couple truffle mushrooms on this hill. So I may go check them out and see if they're there. Go grab me a few free truffles.
2 minutes and this hour is done, and I will be back.
Yeah, tell your dad we're thinking about him, and we'll see him soon.
Hopefully. I need to go check his character, and I probably need to go try to grind an hour or two at the Kabua spot on his character, at the very least.
Do a fishing run to go clear out his inventory and shit.
Yeah, because I didn't do that yet today either. Usually he's on top of it, but, you know.
Yeah.
Not today.
He fishes only reds or yellows and reds?
Yellows and reds. And sometimes he'll go blue if he's trying to just be random and make his own food. Or greens.
Well, if he's done only blues or only golds and reds, he's probably not full today.
He's only got the 50 slaughter.
Still, that would be... It's probably not full. It's probably getting full.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's either really close or right at 2, because he's been fishing all day. Since yesterday, in the morning.
Yeah.
On both accounts, and I need to, I just gotta keep being vigilant about that stuff, because at least they're making something a day.
Yep. Oh yeah, I need to also put out a request.
Yeah. And here, now, after 2 days, all content creators have made a video of please we need life skillers.
So pathetic.
And it's not pathetic. It's just it was a problem because everyone just does stuff for themselves, but nobody has life skillers like every other region has.
Right. Okay, we are done with this hour. Oh, I need to do this. What side of the mountain are you?
I'm up heading towards Olvia right now. So I'm up literally on the mountain.
So I need to go Balanos Forest then myself. For the other 2 bullshits, the birch and the ash.
Yes,
Yeah.
if you haven't done birch and ash, don't do ash first. And again, for anybody listening, the reason why I say
Last
don't...
fucking one I haven't touched yet.
Huh?
It's the last shit I haven't touched yet.
Fair. Why I always tell people that is, because you're gonna get a large amount of ash while you're over there. You'll probably get like 1/3 of your gathers will end up being ash. So going over there allows you to get mostly birch and a good chunk of ash. And because you're going to have to do that mountain at least twice to do a full Harmony run, you end up getting a chunk of your ash sap needed by then, so that once you're ready, you come over here to this side, and you can finish off the last little bit of birch. Like if you're just a couple hundred birch short or 1,000 birch short, you can come over to this side, and now you're going to be mostly doing ash, but you can pick up some birch along the way, and this way now when you hit an Afuaru, 99% of the time, it should be a ash sap Afuaru, which is what you really want to help save you, your gathering time.
Okay.
So, grab a mobile character, have fun, and sap away on trees.
Oh, you already know I got Zelda mobile.
Yep. Because your life skiller is, your main life skiller is the Corsair, and then your Maewa?
Currently, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 I use, generally. I know after the life skill event, I'll be using my Drac, my Musa, the Shy a lot more. The Shy's gonna end up being, like, for the actual gathering like the bloods for the like the deers or something stupid,
Mhm.
just to get like the pieces for the Nostos.
Yeah.
But yep, I'll be back.
Okay. We'll see you later. As far as when it goes to bloods, we do want to try to min-max bloods, so... Oh, here we go. Truffle mushroom. Let's find out. Has anybody been out doing the full truffle run? Let's see. If so... Nope. Don't mind if I do. And now that's taken up for another couple hours. So, with bloods, when we do those, you need to try to hunt your bloods as best as possible. However, there are only 2 that you can actively hunt right now and make more than you get gathering Agris. And that is hunting your wolves. Don't gather them. I know it's tempting. There's a whole fucking forest right over there of wolves to go gather, but don't fucking do it. Reason being is because even if you turn on Agris and you gather on Agris, you will not, I repeat, you will not outperform any of the hunting spots for hunting your bloods. And why is that? Well, it's because you're actually going to end up with roughly the same amount of bloods. Holy shit, but you just said you're not, okay? But at the same time, you're going to end up with equal parts hides and equal parts meat, which is fucking insane. So for the same effort, you'll end up with the same technical amount of blood, but you're going to end up walking away with meats, and meats can be turned into stuff for cooking, or you can just raw sell the meats and make some extra money on the side, because that will sell to pre-order 99.9% of the time. Hides, you can just fucking vendor. You can hang on to them, but you can vendor them. If you really wanted the silver from them, you can vendor them, because they'll never sell on the market. There's nothing anymore we can do with the hides to make, like, good money. All that has long sailed. Every gear upgrade they've done now has pushed you further and further away from making Granil, Taratos, and shit like that. So those days are long gone. You can't craft anything with it, and that used to be pretty good money. So you can vendor the hides. Now, the hunting hides that you get, the special loot hides, no, don't sell them. Those are used to make hunting heads, which you will want to help supply your guild with. Or you will also use the supreme hide things that you get for making your scrolls for grinding, so that you don't have to touch a furniture buff. So those will need to be saved by the thousands, because those are very OP to make those hides, or to make the scroll of mythic beasts and whatnot. Now, a good question that we normally get a lot here too is, should I use Agris for gathering or not? The answer is yes'nt. In my case, I will not be grinding in the next 5 days. So I'm going to burn my Agris down in order to get my grind over as fast as possible. Is it as valuable if I was to be grinding and gathering? I might prefer to spend it at a grind spot to put a little more instant liquid silver in my pocket. But to cut down on the amount of gathers for this, I would rather spend more time gathering multiple spots than spending time in the same spot. So it cuts down on some of the grind. You can get like another 30 minutes out of your Agris of value in terms of doing a spot to where it's worth. I wouldn't necessarily say if you were just a grinder to come burn it gathering. No, you're probably much better off because you don't have the life skills and all that shit backed up behind it. And here we're out to gather, I need 24,000 total ash sap this run, so we're gonna be hoping Agris and Afuarus come in, because I can normally score 20-ish thousand. I just need the Afuarus to come up to bat. If the Afuarus come up and they decide to... If I can get 3 to 4 Afuarus doing this, I'll get 24,000. Also, while you're out gathering, do carry golden keys on you. Go ahead and buy some off the market. Carry about 100 of them on you at all times, because if you do get lucky, you want at least 20 for the jackpot run if you do have a hedge dog. If you don't have a hedge dog, you are fucked. You shouldn't be gathering. Go get one. Go buy one. Stop being a cheap bitch. Go out and get the hedge dog. And go name it Sonic, because it's law. You have to do it. Do it right now, because I said so. No, the hedgehog does make it, what in the actual fuck? Who is around here? The hedgehog will make your life a lot easier. You can also get the llama if you don't, want the hedgehog, so. But yeah, when the hedgehog procs on a minigame and you get the,
Speaking of hedgehog, what's the set again?
Yawning Hedgehog is gathering EXP, gathering mastery, so Lightstone of Flora, Lightstone of Forest, and then it's an iridescent Lightstone and an iridescent and a Lightstone of Fortune, and that makes the Yawning Hedgehog set, which is also what you use when you go hunting. Shocking, right? So hunting, hunting revolves around drop rate, not mastery, which is really fucked up. You would think that the more hunting mastery you have, the more items you get. While that is technically true, it unlocks the ability for more items to drop. You actually need gathering drop rate to get the most out of that. So having gathering drop rate is far more important than having anything hunting related. So when you go hunting, pop on your Yawning Hedgehog and run your Elixirs of Rough Labor to increase your gathering. And for foods, you would want to run the Sweet Fig Pie as well to boost your gathering drop rate. It's really fucked up. It's been like that since ever. And no matter how much we bitch and complain to just make hunting exclusively based off of mastery, they still haven't done so. So expect that to forever be in the game. Oh, another Afuaru. Oh, he's behind me. Shit. Now, one thing I'm going to have to pay attention to is my alchemy runs. I'm going to also need to do some timber shit. So, when y'all get a moment, you need to go... Everybody needs to go up here to Nopse Bayot County and get the Morning Light Nopse 4 and turn it up to level 2 and get your Morning Light stations set up. Go ahead and get your fire horns, your standardized timber squares, and your polished stone and your iron ingots out there and get ready to start mass producing your alchemy stations. 3,000 per craft. Or per station. It's a big deal. Fire horns will probably be the hardest thing for people to get a hold of if they're not hunting. So it means you'll need to go to the central market and buy them off of that. Iron ingots, you can technically just process your iron shards into it. It's not a big deal to just make some iron ingots. Now, getting the standardized timber squares is kind of a pain in the dick, which means you gotta go logging, you gotta process your logs to, son of a bitch. Brain, stop braining. There it is. Usable scantling and usable scaling to timber squares. Polished stone just is straight up. Take rough stone, grind it, and boom. You have polished stone. 2 places to go grind that, Rasholka Coral and Pilgrim's Grave. Out there in Valencia is probably the best for Roughstone, still to this date. Why there? Specifically, it's a bazillion fucking rocks, and you can blast your energy down in like 30 minutes there. Or less, depending on how much energy you've got. You'll run out of weight and maids before you run out of energy, normally. Now, I know a few people are gonna say challenge accepted. Listen, if you've got over like 150 fucking maids, we're not talking to you. You're already an anomaly as it is. So, just shut the fuck up. We don't talk about people who have 250, you know, 100 plus maids when they were saying you can't maid this or can't maid that. The issue also out there at Pilgrims is you're going to get a bunch of other shit, and that other shit is kind of what weighs you down. You could theoretically just overstack the rough stone, but you're going to end up getting so much copper, platinum, zinc, I think is what's out there, plus the gems, the rough gemstones, that you're just going to be sitting there with so much shit in your inventory you don't have anything to do with. That's what fucks you up. And that's where you wish you had the Traveler's map. Or not the Traveler's map, but the Archaeologist map. Then you just teleport to a city, drop all that shit off, return, and continue gathering for a long while. But it's fine. Do that in bursts and you'll be fine. You'll get plenty of rough stone. You're not going to go through that much rough stone. And if anybody is out there grinding and they want some extra energy regen, something else to note is you probably want to go get a Millennial Wild Ginseng off the market. Normally they were sitting, so free energy retick and an extra 50 energy off of that. It adds up. It's a 90-day buff, and it gives you some other shit too. Mine I've gathered, so it's not like I am out of pocket for those. I've gathered all 3 of them. I normally get 1 ginseng every 90 days, so it works. That case, I got 2 in a gathering event, because I was being very degenerate with how much I was gathering.
Now, don't go astray.
And keep in mind, what I'm doing here as well is only going to be 4,000 Harmony Drops. Dropping the hat to 200,000. Now, somebody who has, like, ADHD, should you ever pivot and go start gathering, like, foxes here? No. Skip over it. Because I know people are going to say, oh, hey, I need foxblood. Let me gather it. No. Prioritize your gathers. Make your energy count when you're using it. Because, like, there's foxes right there. Now, shouldn't we be gathering those? No.
Yeah. Rip. Well, the only thing I can buy is the iridescent, so...
Yeah, I'm sure those got sold out immediately when everybody was trying to go out and do it.
And I think this thing would never in the market to begin with in my server.
Okay. You think that those have always been kind of a chugged thing where it's just...
Because it's live skill. It's live skill. It's the green one. Nobody does anything. They just like they don't even like open it. They just sell it the way it is. Like the
They convert it over immediately to lightstone fragments.
yeah. It's just like people don't think of in profit marketing. It's just like, okay, I got it for myself. I'm done. I'm never gonna touch this thing again.
That's a terrible economy.
Well, that's what happens when I come in on a server. The only thing that they think about is killing themselves. So
Fair.
that's what happens on a server. The only thing they do 24/7 is PvP. So and the PvP here is managed by in a third party program. So people don't normally use the well, no, they don't normally use. It didn't have anything like small scale PvP to begin with. So
That's fair.
we have the Fight Club. So the Fight Club is a third party program that manages and creates all the rankings, MMR, and rewards, and how is official tournaments is held by, and is held by streamers and what's the word? And it's publicly you have even though you don't have it's not a streamer tournament, you can access VODs of the fights because everything is being recorded.
Yeah. That's cool. It's a really cool and unique system.
Yeah, and it's sanctioned by PA, so it works, and that is where they get the stuff they've been putting out for small scale PvP in the game. It's just they're doing their own way.
can't remember if I sent one off this hour or not. Did I sent another one. Screw it.
Good. Don't be picky with your clothes. It's good I prepared these for you.
Since I have to go to the to the sea anyways, let me finish the navigation class for the to the OV Academy.
That one's not gonna quite take you the way you're gonna want to go. It basically, so for that quest, just as a heads up, it you come out here to the Olvia docks, you go out here, and then you end up going like out over in here to kill, and then it comes back in. Like you never really get to go the way I think you're wanting to go. So it's kind of a weird quest. Actually, I think at one point it does tell you to go to Coella's Eye, so you will end up going all the way out there. So it might help. Because I think the final quest is kill an actual Ocean Stalker and Hekaroo. All right, we're currently at 17,000. I need 24. We'll probably get there on our energy. Just need, I think, 1 or 2 more Farus, and we're pretty much guaranteed that.
You know that I always want you to be happy.
Also, I don't have to, like, completely get it on the dot because of, my workers bring in a decent bit a day, so I don't need to worry about getting it exactly on the T. I just need to get close enough that the workers could finish it off. Like, 1,000 or 2 by the time I get everything done, totally acceptable to be off. Now, if you don't have all the workers running with, like, best-in-slot workers, you probably may not be able to do that. You might need to gather it a little bit tighter. Just pay attention to your daily income of Ash Sap. That's all you gotta do. Just watch it as it comes in.
I can fly anywhere. But don't worry, I won't leave you behind.
Yep, there's some golden keys. Shit.
Here,
20-ish sharps and 20-ish fruits. You can't complain. So yeah, you need that double proc on a minigame. Which means the hedgehog hit it twice, and then the minigame, well, 10 times that. And it's fucking wild. It's a shit ton of money. It's how you can turn like a 1.2 billion grind and over 2.3, 3 point, ish grind. And I've done it the most at Foxblood, believe it or not. That's the funny part. Also, money per hour right now gathering is through the roof too, if you think about it, because every hundred agent coins is 100 crons, and that's 300 million in crons right there. So you get an extra 300 million an hour if you can pull 100 coins out in an hour. Let's see here. I zeroed mine out before we've done it. We've already gotten 35.
Oops.
I'm gonna go this way.
Ah! If you have a request, you can always tell me, okay?
Okay. $23,000. I think we can call it on this. Because we needed 24.9 is what we actually needed for that. We're at 23.7. Yeah, we'll hit up a couple more trees and then we'll turn it in. Alright, so I'm trying to think of what I can do that'll get me the fastest gather time. That's not Bear Riverhead.
Be a good child and drink this potion so it won't hurt.
It may be... I almost want to say Troll Blood might be the fastest, because I can almost overgrind Troll Blood. When's the next boss? Velcoranda and Sangoon in 4 hours? Yeah, I won't make that. So Vel. Okay, I can skip Vel. So we don't have to do bosses tonight. $24.4. Let's just call it on that. Alright. Go turn this in. All right. Go ahead and collect that. Switch over to Serendia Glish. Go look at the saps. Ash sap is 41,753. We'll collect that in enough time. And then Birch was the only thing else we got, which is 43,273. All right. So let's go to Trolls and go knock this out. So as far as Agris goes here, probably not going to use it on trolls. We'll save that for doing another sap run somewhere. What's crazy is how much troll blood you end up needing. Like, and it's all on the junkiest of elixirs, too. Like, you'd think these would be some super high quality elixirs. Nope. Absolutely piss garbage elixirs. I think the defense elixir is the troll blood, which is like 460, so it's like... Yeah, although it makes tyrant's blood, it's not... It's used on most of the junk elixirs raw. The other reason is because I didn't really want the Agris to count on the kill, because I think the Agris counts on the kill on these guys, which makes it less efficient. I think. I don't remember. Of all the blood grinds, I think this is the one I always dread the worst for whatever reason. I don't know why. Maybe because it's the most amount of bloods I need in a single, from a single mob. Maybe why.
It feels so. I feel nostalgic coming here to Aquilazai.
Be a good child and drink this potion.
It's good times.
Yeah. Imagine if we had the fucking the Magnus teleport here.
Right. Hello there.
What's up?
Not much, man. Not much. Your cook-off looked good. Made me want to eat barbecue all fucking week long.
Well, at least somebody did. Yeah, I ate one rib.
That's it?
Yep.
Was it that bad?
No, it was just not set up well. So I ate one of my own ribs just to test it and make sure. Like, and I feel like they weren't my best because they were done about an hour before judging.
Okay.
So I was trying to keep them warm in the smoker, but I think they cooled off. And then by the time I cut them up and served them, there was about, I don't know, several people come through, everybody getting a rib from all the contestants, and then I ran out. I cooked 4 racks. They were all gone. I just took for judging, it was only three ribs to turn in. And then, dude, I was done. There were still people coming down the line. I was like, I've already given everything out.
Shit.
So I ate one of my own ribs. I cooked all day. Didn't eat anything. Got sunburnt. I left. I left before the judging was even done. I was like, I'm out. I gotta go home.
I'm ready to be
I was
not around people.
hot. I was hot and aggravated, and you know, it was just a cluster. I said that I will never do that again by myself. Like if I ever had a partner or something, you know, maybe I'll do it again. But like doing it solo, no.
That's
no
fair.
thanks. $1.57 gigs. Fun.
For what?
The Insta360 app.
Okay.
I got my camera in.
Nice.
Trying to get it set up now.
The Top Gun event dropped today.
Yeah.
I was curious. They said they've got a whole mode just for fighter pilots. And they've made it easier. They've got now a mode where you can literally use your mouse to fly. So you just aim it. It won't collide in the ground. It'll auto pull up and all that shit. But you can use your mouse to fly.
Okay.
So like when you point your cursor at something, the ship will turn and start to fly that direction, which I thought was pretty neat. So they said it'll allow new pilots to kind of come in and start flying around.
Well, good. That's only needed since they launched the stupid game. 'Cause I mean, you know, you try to get into a plane, and if you've ever played Battlefield planes, I'm sure they all fly the same, right?
Yes,
But if
they
you
do.
try to get into it with no practice mode, so you have to do this in a live match, right? Or potentially you could try to get in one of the portal modes. But those were, you know, they worked at the very beginning, and then they really messed them up somewhere in the middle. Like it was almost unusable. Like, you know, they nerfed it after the second or third week because people were like XP farming, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they basically fucking nuked the portal mode. And then the last time I got on and played it here about a month or so ago, I re-downloaded it and played through some of it, and like the portal mode actually worked. I was actually able to get into a map where I can fly helicopters and jets and shit around. But bro, the learning curve on that with no way to practice, and then there's a cooldown too. You know, and then maybe even if you can get a jet in a fucking live match, right? Like, how the hell do you practice on these things?
Right. Well, the answer now is this dogfighting mode, because everybody's in fucking jets.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, well, there's a dogfighting mode when there should have just been like a free fly mode for all the vehicles, just a test ground where you could go and play with all the vehicles and stuff. Weapons, like, you know, you got a firing range where you can go shoot your weapons at them. They should have, but you can only shoot 100 meters or whatever in that little firing range.
Yeah.
So there's no way to stretch out and really like see what bullet drop and stuff is. Like it was very poorly planned for sure. I think it was 3. There was like a whole island.
That was 4.
You could. Was it 4?
Mm-hmm.
I thought 3 was the first one I played that had that.
That may have been, but I remember it being 4 on 4.
Right. Because I don't remember playing 4. Maybe I did. I don't know. They all blur together. But yeah, there was like a whole island, and all the vehicles were there. You could jump in each of the vehicles and run them around, and You could go to a locker deal and pick any weapon you wanted to pick and fire it and see how they shoot at range. And so it's like an actual like training facility kind of thing.
Yeah, I wasn't really happy that they didn't bring the full thing back. Like, I got the shooting range. That was cool. That made sense. You know, test your weapons out. But it was bugged half the time.
Well, yeah, like I'm saying, like there's that, and then the fact that like, well, if you want to shoot any further than, what was the deepest target? 50 meters?
100.
It wasn't 100.
Mm-hmm. 100 meters
Yeah.
in the back.
So
Back left
and
corner.
then, so that's you know, and that's ridiculous. Like,
I mean, to be fair, even the island one only had a 100-meter shot. Technically 125 if you're hitting the moving targets at the very back that moved left to right. That was 125 if you got up on the watchtower.
but it's still like it was really hard to test bullet drop at 100. Well, and really, you know, if you're zeroing right, most of your guns won't even have much bullet drop at 100. You know.
Yeah, they'll still be a laser pretty much. Because it's Rooster and Bob, I think, are the two characters they brought from Top Gun.
Gonna download.
Because I know it's not Maverick. I know it's not.
Yeah. Really hoping. Oh, I didn't do anything. Fuck, get out of this. Oh my god. Fuck you. I was really curious if I could use my. If the 360 would live stream to my PC once I downloaded them. Because there's a software, there's a whole studio for the 360 thing.
I'll be curious to see how it works for you.
Me
Just
too.
watching the promo videos and stuff, it looked cool, but the practical use of actually using it is what I'm curious to see.
Well, my thinking is it's an action camera, so it's built more rugged, and then you can use it just like as a most people use outdoorsy stuff. They use GoPros anyway,
Yeah.
and so I can use this as that, and then also have the other I can turn and focus on something else without actually having to turn the camera. Bruh.
Good. Don't be picky with your potions. It's good I prepared these for you. Be a good child and drink this potion so it won't hurt.
Also, there's a ton of accessory stuff you can get for it too.
Oh, I would imagine.
So, I started to buy a big kit, and I was like, I'm gonna wait until I see exactly what I need.
Like, kind of what were you looking at getting? Like, if you were to get a kit, what's kind of the stuff you'd be looking to get for it?
Well, there's some like some waterproof cases.
Mm-hmm.
I got the selfie stick that came with it
Okay.
thing. That's just it. I don't know what other applications I'm gonna like. Maybe like I've got some tripods, maybe a better tripod. I don't know, but that doesn't necessarily have to. But like if I do a setup, I've got some shorter tripod things. Like maybe get a full size good tripod or whatever. I did see like there's a bunch of like chest rig things. I don't know if I'll ever need those or not.
See, as somebody in the film industry, I would be saying the things that I would want would be I would want a really good gimbal to make sure I could steady cam the shit out of it.
Well, I don't. That's the thing. I don't think I have to.
Okay. And then the
Because
other
of the
thing,
because of the 360 stuff, you don't really need to steady it.
that's fair. And then the other one would be I would want a really good D-clamp tripod. Where they clamp onto anything. Basically, you can hook it on anything. So that if you want to get shots from anywhere, you can pretty much hook it up to whatever. It's not like it because it doesn't have to be on the ground.
Right. Yeah, which I've thought about that too. I want a good tripod, and I've got like the.
Well, I got a
Yeah.
good tripod. I got about a $600 one. Thing's
Yeah.
fucking so fucking big. And I'm like, okay, this is a bit excessive. But it was for my track system is why.
Right.
Also, hello there. See, me, I just want to get a nice anamorphic shot. Have a parallax slider, and I will make you some fucking cinematic ass shit on that. Ugh. But the issue with the sliders, then you would need 2 heavy-duty tripods that could hold that fucking 40-pound thing.
Yeah.
I mean, somewhere I've got
Well-
the motor kit for it and everything. I can do pull-up shots on it and everything. Of course, I've also got... I mean, if we actually tapped into all the film shit I still have, I've still got a full-on crane system somewhere in storage, so... You want a jib shot from 10 feet up in the air? Done. Easy. Slider's actually underneath my bed wrapped up, I think.
I think honestly, between this camera and like cell phone camera, there are a lot of people who shoot on fucking phones.
Yes. In order to splice like iPhone footage with Red, you really got to know what you were doing. But I watched a video when they came out with it where they were running a Red Epic with I think it was at the time an iPhone 10 or 11 in its cinema mode. And when they were cutting between the shots, I couldn't tell what was the Red Epic and what was the camera. Thank you for updating the alchemy sheet. You're welcome. Hopefully that's a little bit easier for you. Because now it's exclusively Harmony Draught shit. Well, the tab switching's there. It's still indexed by tier 1 or tier 0 through tier 5 alchemy. I left the tier 5 in. That's up to y'all if you want to delete it, but it does have the Envy and Tenacity perfumes in there, which is the modern Perfume of Courage and Deep Sea Elixir. So that's up to y'all if you want to delete that tab, but everything else in the front 4 is only and exclusively Harmony Draughts. So no elixir in that is not used in making a Harmony Draught. It's all used. If it's on that list, you gotta make it at some point.
Oh, speaking of of potions, 50 mil is not the cap.
60?
We well, we don't know yet. It's 53 now.
Shit. Then it must be 60 is the actual hard cap. And 50 is the list price.
Yeah, the base prices has been upgraded to 49.9.
Okay. It just means I have an extra tab to refer back to now. Yes, so I also cleaned it up so it tells you, under the Harmony tab, it tells you which ones are which, for which draught you're making, whether you're making the Berserk draught, the Frenzy draught, or the Berserk, the Fury, the Corrupt, Adaptation, and Potential. Because of how it's set up, I couldn't break it down into each draught has its own tab. Because I thought about doing that, but I would have to redo all the calculation tabs. Because they're all linked together. So, in order to get the proper tallying, I'd have to rebuild it from the ground up. But the thing will get really easy to use. Because you kind of want to be on each one of the tabs at a time that you're on. Because if you actually look at some of those tabs, you're actually dealing with tier 4 and tier 3 alchemy at the same draught. So having it brought in based off of basically the EXPs makes it run better. In terms of, like, progression through each sheet.
And the Cron Mill is at 1.1 now.
Damn. I'm almost tempted to see what I would need to make the cron meal. To see how much money I could crank out with just what I own. But the issue is cooking is not as good of money as alchemy is. By a mile. It's like, I'm going to give you a rough number. I'm not going to give you an exact number. But just the spitball number, I think I'm making 9 bill an hour right now. I mean, 200's plenty for me. But if I was to get into it, I don't know. Don't know if I want to do it. Because the issue, you can't mass process the cron meals. And that's the only thing that sucks. You have to process that shit one by one. There's no mass proc. You can't cook it faster. You've literally got to sit through every fucking meal.
Yeah, because it's simple alchemy, not simple cooking. Yeah.
Because, like, they don't have an item yet that you can add into it that'll make it do 10 batches where alchemy does. That's one of the only reasons I don't think I want to get into, like, big batches of that, although it's fucking fat money. I mean, because I'm Guru 49. I could easily cook whatever I wanted. Which is the thing that I don't think a lot of people realize. I actually have Guru 49 cooking. I just never use it. Ever. Guru 49, 61%. It's been like that for almost a year. Alchemy, however, I'm Guru 50. So. And actively pushing on it. So.
Well, thankfully, I don't have to sail through the sea. It's just the small islands that I need to like move around to connect the nodes.
The only node you need to grab in the ocean is the 3 here, up here at Moodle. Or actually, no, you only need to grab Buckeye Island or Bayukai Island. That's the only one you gotta grab. Which I think the Land of the Boring Light quest takes you there, so you should already have it.
Yeah,
that's the
I
only-
have that one. It's just at the moment I got to Aquila's, it connects.
Nice. I think I still have like 40 perfumes of courage. I gotta get through first. Have about 50 Adania. Nice. You also will probably need to start making tenacities and envies, depending on what you're doing. Envies are going to be what you're going to use when you're trying to step up to a new spot, and tenacities are what you're going to use when you're overcapped at the spot.
The only thing is, it's just a small island in front of Velia that
That you need?
you have to go one by one.
Yeah. Well, just remember, too, the tenacity is the same AP as a perfume of courage. So if you're already overcapped on a perfume of courage, you switch to a tenacity. If you're not overcapped, then you would run the envy. Envy is the perfume of courage, tenacity is the deep sea elixir. So extra back attack damage. You don't need the deep sea elixir, you just need the tenacity. You just need this. This is the deep sea elixir at this point. It's automatically comes with the AP and shit on it. You don't have to convert them. You can just hard craft them. You just need Rasholka's Coral. Okay, fair. That's fine. As soon as you get your bond crystal, you're back at Ethereum anyway, where you will be overcapped. Like I said, get the bond and then get the fuck out. Too bad I can't be overcapped at Zephyros or Tenebrum. You know, you could if you actually played the game more often. Nah, you'll get there, though. Just takes time. Grind like 1-2 hours a day. Yep, that puts you 1 to 2 hours closer to grinding Zephyros and Tenebrum. Might be rookie numbers. Might need to pump those up. But you're getting there. Why are you tagging and untagging every hour? Pick one class and fucking rock out with your non-existent cock out. Between Guardian and Seraph, just pick one of them. Honestly, pick the Guardian and stick with it. Go out and, Guardian will absolutely fuck up Nymph through... I mean, Guardian will fuck up all of Adania Part 1. Well, I don't know when Kaylee's doing the next Node War. I know it's going to be soon now that we got all the people off of Sprouts. I think the only one that's left as a Sprout that we have in the guild is Hellcrest. But all Hellcrest has to do is just log on and the Sprouts changed. Hold on, let me check the time. 3:18. Yeah, no, he was a Sprout as of yesterday. So, or not an apprentice anymore. So it's just whenever he logs on, he's no longer a Sprout. So that's great. So everybody that we would want that has been recruited so far is now off that. So now it's just whenever we schedule it. So I need to talk to Kaylee about that, because that was the last thing we were waiting. Because the rest are Yuki's accounts and Chosen, which has never come back. Yeah, both of Yuki's accounts and Chosen, which you recruited Chosen and then he fucking just disappeared. Like, he isekai'd hard.
And I stuck around.
Mm-hmm. You stuck around, but you've been changing you've been changing accounts on my ass. Oh yeah, I need to fucking promote you on this one so that you have that same promotion. Then whichever account you end up keeping, we'll just delete the other one at that point.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see here. Set authorities. You can accept guild storage. There we go. Use. I think that's all you needed.
And now the only thing left is to kill a normal hacker.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, he was here one day, super excited, and gone the next day. I mean, that was several of them, honestly. Just like Atticus. Super excited, really wanted to do BDO, and then all of a sudden got crept back into Final Fantasy XIV raid carries.
Okay. Well, now I need to go and
Record something?
Yeah, pretty much.
Go take Ajax for a walk and record it.
No. Take it with me to work tomorrow and do some recording.
Okay.
Going down the road. I am definitely, barring weather, which I don't think it's supposed to be bad. I'm gonna go shoot pew-pews this weekend.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I got one gun that I ain't even fired yet.
That's a disgrace.
Tell me about it.
It's like a new gun at that point. It's not even a used gun.
It is a new gun.
It's a lonely gun at that point.
No, I ordered a bunch of stuff for it, flashlight, and sling mounts. Ugh.
You just gonna go plink steel, or you got like a good range to go shoot? Or are you just gonna go get an open field and?
Nah, I
Shoot
think it's a
something.
pit shooting
Okay.
into a bank.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna set up cardboard. Really, I need to get. I got new scopes on everything, and I haven't had a chance to line anything up. So
Okay.
need to do that. And I've been looking at other guns, and I'm like, I need to shoot the ones I have.
Yes, you do.
So I buy new ones. I'm also looking at another handgun.
Yeah, because you can't have too many of those. You got your bathroom gun. You got your.
Well, that'll
Your,
turn my
bed gun.
normal carry gun into a maybe a kitchen gun.
Mhm.
Then I have a nightstand gun.
Did you gotta have a
then I'll
sofa
have a-
gun?
I'll
You
have
gotta-
a new carry gun.
Okay.
I tell you what, one thing. So this dagger that I have, which is a Glock clone, it takes it takes Glock mags, it takes all that stuff. But I can't shoot it for shit. So
That's too
much like a regular Glock, I don't like shooting them. I don't feel comfortable. I can't hit nothing with them. So
Should have bought a Sig.
that's my thinking.
You just.
I'm actually looking at the Canic.
Okay.
So I did hold it. I did pick up a Sig the other day. It was pretty freaking nice. I told you I had a Ruger RXM, right?
Yeah.
That I never touched. My brother bought it from me before I ever even saw it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But it's also a Glock clone. So I wonder if it's the same. Because I was like, oh, I'll just get one of those next. And then I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, what if it's just, and I can't hit shit with this thing either.
You know what you should get? You should get you a Terran Tactical Glock clone, and then you should be able to shoot shit. Because then you'd be John Wick. Because they shot all the Terran Tactical modded
Yeah.
shit for him.
Yeah.
Which I've
Yeah, I
heard there's
watched-
pretty
you-
good things about that pistol.
I watched
but
that
just-
Terran guy. Like, he's like a short or whatever, YouTube short. and
Yeah.
He does like a draw, like a, draw to fire,
Mhm.
drill or whatever. And he does a quick draw. Like, he doesn't even pull it all the way up. Like, he gets out of the holster and pulls the trigger.
Yeah.
And, like, drops the steel target. And they're like, what? It's like 0.3 of a second.
Yeah. Because he was a competition shooter is what he started as.
Yeah. They were like, holy cow.
Yeah. See, I'm afraid I'm gonna shoot my nuts off if I was to try some shit like that. Like, I'm shooting the wrong targets at that point.
Yeah, I don't know. we'll see. I'm not sure. I like the Canic though. I held several of them the other day.
I just want to get a
There's a-
USP 45 again.
A
I
what?
miss a USP 45. I miss it. I sold it. I should never have sold it.
Are those even like? Do they even make those anymore?
Yeah. I had one for the
Oh,
longest
yeah.
time. It was I had it in 9 at first, because I
Yeah.
figured I would shoot it more in 9. But now that I have a 9 now, I'm like, I just want the 45 now for the second cool kind of cool factor.
Oh my god, that Elite's ugly. Oh my god, it's so hideous. USP Elite.
Oh, I think that's the competition gun.
That's so gross.
I remember my best friend when because I had it forever, and I mean we would go shooting, all the time, and
So the full size one, USP 45, $12.99.
yep, sounds about right.
I like H&K's stuff, but they're. No, is it? No, it's not H&K.
Yeah.
No, wait, which one is it?
That is
Uh,
FN maybe.
no, it's not FN. Is it H&K that does the MP5?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, fuck that. Fuck those German fucks.
He always called it my Dolce Gabbana gun. I'm like, shut up. He's like, ooh.
Well, they're the ones that won't let the G36, like, they don't want to sell it to the States or whatever.
Yeah. MP5 clone would be fun, but I'd be too tempted to HK slap that bitch, and I'd be breaking that charging handle way too much. Because it's like the shotgun pump. It's like, you don't need to rack a shotgun shell to, like, intimidate somebody, and I'd be sitting there going, slap! Gonna HK slap that thing to intimidate somebody, because everybody knows that sound. Hearing that thing rack in, you're going, oh, shit. I did it once. I had an airsoft version of it. And I did it around somebody, and they're like, "Who has the MP5?" I'm like, "Wasn't me." Because we used to go airsofting. A big group of us.
Yeah, Century Arms makes one. They're still freaking $1,500.
I mean, it's a glorified pistol on steroids.
Yeah, it's just a fucking pistol.
I want a 300 blackout pistol. Because that's
I have
totally
one of those.
that's totally not an SBR. It's a pistol.
That's what I have.
Yeah. Because it's a pistol.
Well, mine even has an adjustable arm brace.
Yes. Because if it was a stock, that's a felony.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's an arm brace.
Yes, arm brace.
Well, for now. Anyway.
Yes.
So,
Then someday they're all at the bottom of the ocean. I don't know what happened to them.
well, no, I've lost there. Yeah, I've all lost them all in boating accidents already.
Terrible. I gotta stop
when
going
I
out.
did have them.
Yes.
When I did have them.
Yes. But now after the boating accidents, they're just out in the middle of the fucking Atlantic. Sucks.
So there was the Alan Serco and all them basically had that lawsuit or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
which it doesn't mean a lot for everybody yet, but it is setting precedents. Precedents?
Yes.
Legal precedents. So hopefully that'll start, clearing out some of that NFA stuff.
Yeah, the NFA stuff is basically in modern times now. It was originally designed to stop the mafia from getting this shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
yeah.
mafia is the one who had the money to buy the shit legally.
Right.
So it made no sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then it was so legally transferred machine guns, short barrel rifles, and short barrel shotguns, which all made sense. But I don't know. Like, I guess they put suppressors in there at the same time, and I was
Correct.
like, that doesn't even make sense to me. Like,
Yeah, there's the whole.
because I was always under the myth that it was Hollywood that did it or whatever, but Hollywood wasn't a thing in the 30s. Not
No,
like it, you know
so
what I mean? Like,
Hollywood
not-
glorified the Tommy gun, which is what made it so popular. That it was this unlimited bullet machine gun. It ended up actually being propaganda. They turned the Tommy gun into something it wasn't. Like, you'd see them just shoot and 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 never reload this thing. But
Yeah,
if
but
in an
when did,
actual
like-
mob fight, they'd burn through it stupidly fast.
Yeah, but Hollywood movies, like it wasn't super popular when, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then the same thing with silencers is they were using revolvers with silencers on them in those movies. And then they claimed that they made them whisper quiet, which was never the case. It's never once been whisper quiet. And I mean, you see it even today with John Wick. You know, I can't tell you how many
Well, I
times you
mean-
see that video where a Navy SEAL's sitting there or a Delta Force person, they're saying, there is no way this crowd does not hear that gun going off when they're sitting there doing that suppressed battle back and forth where the guy's walking up on the railway and John Wick's shooting up at him and he's shooting down at him.
There's definitely things, yeah, for sure.
He
But,
said
like,
there's no way anybody says maybe a 22 you might hear the slide clapping down, but
I've actually heard that 300 blackout with subsonic and a good suppressor is. Now, obviously, when you fire dozens of rounds through it and that can heats up, it's going to be different. But yeah, no, it's
Listen to that.
all you hear is the action,
yeah.
basically.
So
I've yet to do it, but I'm definitely going to have a can for it. Before too much longer.
nice.
Feel like
But yeah,
you're
no,
Marvin
I took.
Sapp.
Oh, hey, you're back. Welcome back.
I told you I got mine. I think it was like 10 days, something like that.
That's
Maybe-
not
maybe
bad.
2 weeks, or whatever it was.
That's really fast.
Yeah, I think it's a lot faster now. And then, which still, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like even if they deregulate it off the NFA, like you're still gonna have to like go through the same process to buy that as you would to buy a regular gun, which makes no sense because that suppressor doesn't do anything without the gun. Like it literally does nothing. It's just a piece of hunk of metal you could throw at somebody, I guess. But without like,
I mean, it's an effective pipe, that's for sure.
Yes.
yeah, but literally everything is that.
Yeah, right.
You know, like if you like I was a pothead back in high school, and I was friends with potheads, and we were some MacGyvers when we wanted to smoke shit. Right? We put shit out of air fittings and all kinds of shit, bro. An ink pen, you just take an ink pen apart. That's fine. You know what I mean? Like,
Nope.
Shit.
Mm-mm.
so
Skip. Skip.
Y'all are
Hard skip.
fucked up. Y'all are fucked up.
Hey yo, what's up, guys?
Hello there. How's it going?
but yeah, you know, so it's gonna be one of those things like you're still gonna have to go to like an FFL and sign a form or whatever to buy one, when you should just be able to buy one, like click buy, have it shipped to your house. Like, what does it matter?
Yeah.
Who cares?
It's literally a hearing
It
aid.
isn't really that hard to make.
It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
a hearing
I mean, it's no
aid.
different than an optic or a sling or whatever. It's just an attachment.
But Hollywood had made the propaganda for it and saying that it was too effective on this stealthy gun. Nope. You obviously have never been
No.
around one.
I will say that. Well, you heard the video.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah.
22.
Yeah, it's quiet,
Sounds
but you're
like
still
music.
gonna hear it.
Well, it all depends on how far away you are.
Sure.
Like I said, I was shooting when I first got it. I was lining up the scope or whatever. My dad was standing outside talking to the neighbors, and I walked down there and I was like, "Did you hear me shooting?" He goes, "No." I said, "You were shooting?" I said, "I shot like 40 rounds." He's like, "Nobody ever. I never heard nothing."
That's funny.
He saw no evil. He didn't hear no evil, so he didn't speak no evil.
Yes. I got 5 minutes left on my troll grind. I have been hovering 500 energy since I popped my fucking shit. Because I popped an herbal medicine, and for 40 minutes, I've been hovering 500 energy because I've just been burning about 40 energy a tick.
So you're going slower than I was, you fucking rook.
Listen, if I go any faster, I put this spot into cooldown. And I would like to keep my trolls, like, just a pack in front of me. So that I'm not sitting here playing with my dick, waiting for him to spawn.
Oh, that shit's so funny.
So I'm going just
Well, that's
fast
so
enough to make
bad.
sure that they stay spawned.
That might be a little much gathering for me.
Anybody got $3,000 I can borrow real fast?
At what interest rate?
Yeah, point one.
0.1.
Here's a scar for $3,000.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
$3,000 for a scar. I remember when those things were like $1,500 to $2,000.
FN Scar
For a
17S.
fucking scar?
Yeah.
Well, like, it's on closeout right now. Normally it's 3,900. Right now it's 29. Okay?
Shit. That's right, because they're discontinuing the scar.
I know.
Feels bad.
Such a beautiful gun, though.
End of an era.
You know what? I don't give a fuck. What I really want? Cool guns.
Scar is a cool gun. Scar's a really cool gun.
It is a cool gun. But what if I want something just slightly cooler?
What would be slightly cooler?
Barrett.
Which one?
That's up there.
Because
that's
there's a
up there.
pecking order to that brand name.
I have watched one too many 50 cal barrel just explode upon firing.
Were they not Barretts?
Right.
They were in back Barretts.
Holy shit, for real? Because I haven't seen a Barrett explode. I've seen like other third parties. The only let me say this: if I wasn't gonna get a M28, I would get a Macmillan TAC 50 if I was gonna do it.
See,
Now,
you guys are
I'll say
thinking totally the wrong way.
it's low, but I've seen 3 different videos of a Barrett barrel blowing up.
Fuck.
Well, it all depends on ammo. Like, you know, if people.
Sure.
Oh, I was shooting
Swinging.
some off the wall fucking ammo. That you
Yeah,
shouldn't.
yeah. I mean, that makes a big difference too.
Oh, you mean like the gun I'm looking at, right? Cause I like my weird guns. The gun I like is the FN90 or the FNP90.
Okay.
Yeah. that
My
one's-
favorite fucking little gun. I like that cool gun. Ever since fucking Star Gate SG1.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Stargate. Stargate with the P90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like so cool.
I was actually looking at a P90. I guess it'd be a kit for a 1022. Basically, turns a 1022 and puts like a P90 stock on it.
What the shit?
Like a bullpup 1022.
I was
Interesting.
looking at one in like Poplar Bluff, Missouri, or Arkansas.
Yep,
Like
I'm
right by the
familiar.
line. Well, there was a place over there. I don't know where the fuck we stopped at, but we stopped somewhere in that college fucking stupid place. And they had all these cool guns. And of course, they had that gun up there. And I had it mighty long time.
And you're like sitting there going, okay, what can I sell on my body that can get me this gun today?
It wasn't even that expensive. It was like one of the off brands. It was like some ballistic something brand.
I can't remember the brand. I just know that it wasn't all that expensive. It was like 500, 600 bucks or some shit.
Fuck.
Yeah, sure, it's not the brand, but it's a version.
Sure.
Just like the AK-47. Sure, you're not gonna find an actual AK-47, but
Oh,
there
here
are
we go.
companies that make them.
That would be
Well, you
cool
could,
to
you
get
could
a
find an actual
Kalashnikov.
I mean, yeah.
It's just gonna be how
That's
much
what
do you
I'm
want to
just saying. I
pay
mean,
for
you're not gonna
it?
find a real AK. No, you're gonna find the off-brand version of it that is, like an AK.
Well, even most, well, yeah, most versions are off-brand versions now. Like even the ones that are made overseas.
Because like we can still get the actual Armalite M16 if we really wanted to. Just it would be
Yeah.
semi-auto. Because that's a class 3
An
weapon.
M16.
Well,
Huh?
no, you can get a full auto one.
Oh, that's
If
right.
it's
They were full
pre-19
auto.
If it's pre 1970 or whatever, like if it's pre
Yeah, that's
the
right.
that whatever machine.
I
gun
forgot
act or
about that
whatever it
law.
was.
I forgot about
Yeah, yeah.
that.
So if you get one that serial numbers like that, so they're transferable machine guns, then it's pre. I think it's 1980 or 1970 something, whatever.
I
So
did.
you can still get
You know,
full auto ones.
Oh, that's cool.
I sent you a link.
Bloop.
I don't think anybody could pay me to own an M16.
Ah, yes, the M82A1 BMG. Only
It's on
$10,000.
sale.
Only $10,000.
10,042.
10,042. Okay, fine. Plus tax.
Yeah.
Is he going to add like another $500 to that?
But it's a Barrett.
But you get a Barrett 50 cal. So why couldn't we
With
get you to get
iron
an MC?
sights.
That's gross.
Oh, that would be sick.
It's got fucking iron sights.
I would happily be a happy shooting motherfucker with one of those.
So Kaylee, why can't we get you an
I don't care
M16?
how much the ammo costs.
They jam too much.
No. My dad was in the Marine Corps, and he said that they said it was they did some kind of training mission or whatever, and that the CO come up and said they had a pallet of ammunition, a fucking pallet, and they said, "I don't want to see any of this tomorrow." Dad said they shot. Dad said they shot. One guy was shooting a M16, and 3 other guys were loading magazines with strip clips as fast as they could, and they fired it for an hour. He said the barrel was glowing red and the gas tube was glowing white.
See, and
And
I
they
shot.
And they laid it
30
down
rounds.
in the sand and let it cool off. Picked it up, dropped another mag in it, and fucking full auto dumped it again.
Okay, Kaylee, you
I've shot
what?
30 rounds out of an M16, and it jammed for 8 of them.
Ew.
Then you got one that was super dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Non-maintained. Guns gotta be cleaned. What's that? A happy machine or a clean machine's a happy machine?
Yeah.
There you go.
And I think that there's a big myth. It's like, oh yeah, if you throw it, like there are certain times when you like an AK is gonna outperform one that's more machine tightly, like an M16 or whatever. But a lot of times that's why they preach cleaning and all that shit so much, because like they're gonna be fine, and that's why they can strip and clean one in under a minute or
Really
whatever the
fucking
fuck.
fast.
Yeah.
Was I say my cousin was like 40 something seconds blowing his off right together?
Holy shit. Did you know? Oh man, this thing's fucking wicked. Barrett makes just a regular rifle, 308 version.
Mm-hmm.
Barrett MRAD.
Yep.
It's only 4,300 for the
Only
308.
The MRAD is what we're shooting in Battlefield 6, I believe.
Or a version of it.
Yeah, I think that's
Well, yeah, off a different name. Yeah. They
Yeah.
also make a 338 Lapua as well.
because I think the MRAD is the rifle I use in Battlefield.
Oh my god, it's so pretty. There's no way I would spend $16,000 on this gun, but
What is it?
holy crap. It's an MRAD, but it's a fucking decked out one. Hang on, I'm sending over.
Here, be a good child and drink this potion. So
Holy shit!
Right? That's fucking sexy, but fucking 16 grand.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's gonna be a rainy day fund for that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I can buy a lot of cheap ass ammo and cheap ass guns.
For that, yep. You get a
You know
lot
what
of.
I mean? Like,
But I mean, if you need a go to war gun, there you go.
go to war at half a mile away every shot. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
That's that reach out and grab them type shit.
300 Norma. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
1,000-yard gun. You know.
That's what we call a good time. Just far back enough to where you may not have heard me shooting you.
You'll hear
may
the
already be
sonic
dead
crack.
before you hear the.
That yeah.
Before you
I
hear
love
the
that. You're
crack.
gonna be dead before you actually hear it. If you do. Yeah, my father used to be a top marksman and one of the top marksmen in the United States for a minute.
Nice.
Top 5, something like that. He used to place like second and third in those finals all the time.
Yeah, I think that's. And I think Dad said he had to qualify or whatever at like 500 meters with iron sights or whatever.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
some shit like
It's
that.
literally that with
That is stupid. I can't see. I can barely see anything through a scope at 500 yards.
you could
Half
if
of those
in the
shots
bag,
are probably with a gas mask too, because that's
You
what
can
the Air
throw-
Force was.
you can throw
500
like, an
yards
M&M
with a gas mask on?
Yep,
And
with
iron
iron
sights?
sights.
Shit.
In basic, I was 3 shots off of expert marksman.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that sounds.
My dad was able to hit M&Ms from 1,000 yards away on iron sight, just for future reference.
That's stupid.
I wanna
That's-
throw up.
Well, we used to play in this. We used to have this like it was like maybe 60,000 square foot building with like a whole bunch of cars in it, and he would train us with a fucking BB gun that had no movement, anything. Like that shit fucking just doesn't go where it wants to go. But he could, basically was showing us how to hit this little string from about 100 yards away with the fucking thing.
It's wild.
It was pretty wild watching him do that.
Yeah.
He would do it sometimes with one arm. Just
Some people
aim
are
out
literally built different.
Yes.
with a fucking 20. It was like a 22 rifle. I think they used for the competitions. Some kind of 22.
Well, it'd be a 223 or 5.56.
Well, I don't know what the fuck they were using back then, but I'm just saying I was pretty sure it was like a 22.
Technically, the 223 is a 22.
Yeah.
I don't know the fucking sizes. There's so many different ammunitions, and I don't know.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Chances are it's that, because that's one of the most common rounds. And 22 is also a common competition because there's no recoil
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
Right, I can't remember exactly what gun. I just know there was like a not necessarily bolt to action, but yeah, some kind of competition rifle that the military made them use.
Another second kind of cool I would like to get someday is an M1 Garand. Just to hear the ping when the clip comes out.
Yeah, that would be
Fucking
cool.
pointless. That's the last thing you need to be worried about. But as the second kind of cool, I think that would be one of
The
that-
most iconic
My uncle
sound.
has one.
I just think it would be neat to sit there and hear the ting every time the clip gets ejected out.
Yeah, my uncle has a M1, and he has the Mosin.
I've got a Mosin, and that thing, I can see why the Russians drink a lot of vodka. I can see why they drink a lot of vodka. It was definitely to numb the pain. I
Nice,
think after an
especially
hour of shooting it, I couldn't feel my shoulder for 3 days. Because I kept the metal buttstock on it for the longest time, and then I finally said, fuck this, I'm putting rubber on it. And then it became
one of the-
tolerable to shoot.
Next time I visit my uncle, I'll see if I can go shooting with him. I haven't shot a gun since basic training fucking 15 years ago.
Shit.
Which, funny enough, was also my first time shooting a gun, so...
Well, they got your cherry on that one.
I will leave you behind.
That's funny. They're probably like, what in the fuck are you doing joining the military?
Hey, like I said, I was out of 30 rounds, I was 3 bullets off of making expert marksman.
That's
You
great.
know they like people that are fresh.
True,
more than-
because then they get to mold them
you know.
exactly the way they want them.
Well, yeah. Well, they claim that they, you know, if you've shot, you know, before you picked up bad habits or whatever.
Yeah. Working on
Yeah.
the harmony problem? Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm doing my part. Let's put it that way. I'm doing my part.
The only cool
The only
gun-
good
cool
bug,
gun
the dead bug.
The only cool gun I got is a Model 43 Winchester bolt action,
That's cool.
chambered in 22. That was my great grandfather's.
Yeah.
Been passed down a few times. I think it was just like something he hunted with. But it was also the gun that he used to show that he was good enough to join the military.
Nice. You made 600 for yourself today. Holy, that alchemy thing ain't my thing, man. Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
It's just some
In
grinding.
fairness, alchemy ain't my thing either.
But it's about to be y'all's
fucking
thing.
What you got?
Y'all want to eat? Y'all gotta go to the kitchen.
Yep, I was gonna say I gathered up a whole shitload of shit today.
So no, honestly though, I think there's gonna be a big crash coming. I mean, that's my prediction. You're gonna get a very big pump and a very wild dump. A very
That's
volatile.
fine.
dump.
Whenever they post it, my ass is buying thousands.
Yep, at this point I don't even care how much silvers I throw at it. I'm throwing it all.
Yeah,
I will
it's
never run
a-
out of
it's a Breaking Bad reference for us, since a night season water-wise, so...
You're not wrong. I am crafting
need
them
to
as
go-
fast as possible.
I just need to go get myself some beast strots. I think it's beast, the brown one.
Yes. Why beast though?
So because it gives you HP regen on hit.
Okay.
I just need a little bit of just a little bit of HP recovery, and I can go grind Star's End or something.
Corrupted Frenzy, maybe? Give you a little extra.
Yeah, but
Hold on, does that have the spec?
nobody's getting the abyssal shards anymore to make
Sakurai.
those.
You'll make way more money at Sakurai.
I mean, honestly, that's not a terrible thought. Is if you want to make the abyssals and sell, like actually make the corrupted frenzies to sell, the only material you'd have to buy is the corrupted breaths, and you could technically go to Sakurai, grind Sakurai, make the frenzy, turn it into a corrupted frenzy, and sell those as profit too.
Right. Yeah, just going to the Sakurai lower is gonna net you quite a bit of them per hour, so...
Because the old Sakurai lower
Okay.
was like 50 an hour. You would
yeah.
get down there. Like I used to get about 40 to 50 abyssal essences when I'd go down there for an hour, but the new one I have no idea what it's dropping without looking at Garmoth.
I had 1 hour where I got about 20 something, but I did have a hour where I got about 50 something.
Okay.
But that was about.
But yeah,
Yeah,
if you need to
between
make the Giants draught,
Well, the
Okay.
Giants were the PvP ones.
the Giant draught does not. Yeah, no, the Giant draught is just the special attack with the HP and shit. Okay, so yeah, you definitely are wanting the Beast. Yeah, the Beast
Yeah,
draught,
and
which is monster
although-
damage, 3 HP on hit.
Although I might be able to just throw in some HP recovery crystals and grind it.
Well, I mean, here's a stupid question, Kaylee. Why not just fucking craft up just the HP on hit, the perforation and brutal and the death elixir, and just run those two? If you just need HP on recovery, because then you're getting the crit, the HP on crit and the HP on hit, I believe, are the two that are the HPs. Yeah, no, that's defense null. Hold on. It is... draining is the HP on crit, and perforation is... Or where is the other? Grim Reaper, that's it. So it's Grim Reaper and draining would be the two you might want to look at crafting.
Okay.
If you just want HP on hit. And I mean, you can craft a shit ton of those. Change some add-ons to HP on hit. But the issue is those are...
I have HP on hit add-ons for some of them. I think it's like one skill. And it's a skill that already has HP on hit. It's just there. You need that little bit of extra for any of the closer to end game grind spots.
I could grind it Sakurai without it. Just saying.
Okay, I got 18,000.
You also don't take as much damage as I do on Scholar.
For whatever reason, I don't know how or... Oh, I know why. I'm evasion part.
I just say go
Evasion
Guardian.
doesn't work in people.
Really?
Go Guardian.
Really.
Ask a ninja how the fuck they survived that. Ninja's all evasion, so how would it not work?
You still get DR from your gear.
Okay, but if you're an evasion class, DR really means nothing. So if you're a damage reduction in an evasion class, then it partly means something like my class. Which is when I switched to Adana, it made a huge difference because I was running damage reduction pieces. A big difference. So yes,
But
evasion
Adana
class.
armor has both.
All
Right.
right. So let's see. Glish.
That's what I'm saying. You know, when
Scarecrows
you-
are doable without harmony as well, by the way. I
Yeah.
tried it for an hour today. Oh, really?
reduction guys.
Jesus. You have some balls of steel to go do that. All right.
Who did what?
Roll blood. Guy in chat went and killed that scarecrows with no harmony draught. Masochists, I say. Masochists.
It is possible.
All right.
It really, that part actually kind of feels like it depends on the damn class.
All right, so we're up to 19,343. So I need another 19,600. So we can easily get that tomorrow. I mean, if I die, I ain't gonna lose. Ain't using Harmony. You son of a bitch. You make a very good point.
He has broken the mold.
That might be the damn smartest thing I fucking heard all day today.
What's the comment?
If you die, because he was up there grinding at scarecrows. He says he wasn't using a Harmony Draught, and it was he was able to do it. And if he dies, it's not like he's losing the Draught anyway. Fucking
Yeah.
5-head, honestly. Okay.
I think tonight and tomorrow morning, I'm just gonna work on seeing what I can get for drop materials. I'm definitely not gonna grind tonight because they're buffing the drop rates tomorrow. There's no point in grinding it.
Fair. Are you sure it's buffs and not nerfs? Because I'm pretty sure the Global Labs was all...
No, they're buffing the drop rate of the Twilights tomorrow because they're not dropping enough.
But they're getting rid of, well, not getting rid of, but lowering the amount of the Han, or not the Han, but the one or whatever.
The full crystal drops they're nerfing.
Yeah, which sucks a little bit. And a lot of the other spots are getting nerfs in their trash loot. So
Just up to the third. Because I think
Yeah.
there's one person that's able to effectively grind the last spot, and it's because they already have 2 fucking deck earrings, because fucking nope. Apparently they don't struggle in BDO.
Imagine that.
Yeah, they
Imagine.
1 and 2 tapped all of their fucking earrings and rings, and then 3 tapped their belts.
Some people just don't struggle in life. I question those people a lot.
yeah, they just
Well, fun
bumble
is
about
big,
and just
isn't it?
win.
I mean, good for them. I'm happy that they got their enchantments to go through, but at the same time, like,
Oh,
tell me whose dick you had to suck, because you know I'll be next.
My dad's account had more than a bag full of fish.
Oh shit, he did?
Oh yeah. I mean, he's got a little bit better gear life skill wise than I do.
Okay.
So he's got us kind of beat on that.
To be fair,
yeah,
if
I
I
think
put a
I'm gonna-
tenth of my investments into my life skill shit, it'd have been a lot further than they are now.
Oh, I know. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that he's just gotten lucky and he's pushed for it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's really all he really does, because when he grinds, it's not that it's just old people things.
Yep. He's
But I'm
taking
not
his
mad
time.
at it.
You can't sit down for a 10-hour grind at Scarecrows.
No. No sane person could sit down for 10 hours at Scarecrows in one sitting and walk away, still having any humanity left in their body. Any.
And then still go grind 3 other spots
Yeah, that's
for an hour apiece.
that's beyond fucking insane.
That was
Yeah.
a long day.
D- d-
That was
uh,
a long fucking day.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Well, at least he made a bill in this one.
Okay.
Accountant. No. Shit, just the wrong computer.
Okay.
Oh shit. I'm stuck. This computer's stuck. Next computer.
Oh, and when you're done streaming night, I have some good news for me, anyways.
Okay. I'll be getting off. Actually, let's just go ahead and end it here. So yeah, tomorrow will be a little janky. We got podcasts tomorrow night and all that stuff. So we'll see how we get it worked in and all that good stuff. Plan is at some point tomorrow I'll get on and do some gathering and then gather before the podcast. And then podcast. Yeah. So that's tomorrow's plan.
Podcast.
Yeah. Tune in or else. But yeah, that's kind of where we're going to be sitting. More Adanya Drots, making money and all that good stuff. And yeah, so we'll see y'all tomorrow.